And speaking of this weekend, well, Ethan Logue is out and about. Good morning, Ethan. What's going on for the next few days?
Hey, hey, good morning, Amelia. That's right, we're out here at the Panhandle Pioneer Settlement this morning up in Blountstown talking about all the various events that they are hosting over these coming weeks. They have something coming up this Saturday as well as a bunch of other things coming up the following weekend and really the rest of this month into next month as well. So I'm going to be joined by Patty Stevens once again to talk all about it. So, Patty, we've focused on some of the various things going on. I guess we'll briefly summarize that right now. Can you kind of mention what you're hosting this week as well as the two events you're hosting next week?
So first we start with our new art classes. They'll be available Saturdays in February, and then there's a 4-series class. Also, give us a call. I'll give you more details, limited space. We have our Sweetheart Spaghetti Dinner, followed by our Sacred Harp Sing. And during all of February and a couple of weekends in March, we have demonstrators here referring to it as take a step back in time. Some of the things you see here will be demonstrated. We have blacksmithing going on, the basket weaving, woodworking. Some of our buildings will be open, and just for the cost of a self-tour, $5, you can come in and not only see the settlement, but experience some of the demonstrators and how we would do things back in the day.
And please correct me if I'm wrong, Patty, but I believe even if you do a guided tour here, it's only $12, so it's still very affordable and easy, and you can kind of get even more enriching and that really great experience. To follow up on off of that, though, let's talk about those travel back in time days a little bit more. You mentioned kind of the blacksmithing and other things people can learn about. Why is that so important to kind of teach the general public or just people who stop by?
Well, we always say that you really can't know where you're going if you don't know where you've come from. So this gives you an opportunity to experience what your ancestors, how they lived, and some of the difficulties that they struggled with. We forget how easy life is, even though it feels like a struggle now. Just to make sure you had food for your family and for your cattle was an essential part of why they existed at that point in time. So learning about these things, learning how their creativity flowed out of need, how things became invented, you know, sometimes for a need and sometimes by accident. And the utilization of everything, living off the land, there's just so much to learn here.
That's a perfect way to summarize it. There is just so many opportunities to gather new information and just learn something nice and simple or really complex right here, of course, at the settlement. And again, a whole variety of events taking place starting this Saturday and then going into next week as well. A lot to enjoy. And if you've missed any of it this morning, don't worry. We'll have all this information up on our website, mypanhandle.com, in just a little bit. Chris.